Do you ever feel stuck, like you're living your life on autopilot? Are you ready to shift into high gear and reach the success you so richly deserve? Welcome to the Play Big Movement podcast. I am your host, Sharon Lechter, entrepreneur, business strategist, and best-selling author. Playing big is not about settling for good enough or being comfortable. It is about reaching your highest potential and achieving your greatest success. Join me in my Play Big movement as I interview top experts in business, money, and entrepreneurship, all ready to serve you and to help you play big, be number one in your field, live your legacy, and create maximum impact. Welcome to the Play Big Movement podcast. This is Sharon Lechter. I'm your host, and I'm very excited to introduce a new friend, someone I just met in the last few weeks, and I think fantastic, wonderful to get to know her. Crystal Noell, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much, Sharon. I feel like I've known you forever because I've read your books. I know that's not a fair assessment, but thank you for putting all that out into the world.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And you own multiple businesses, but the one we're probably going to talk around today is called My CFO, and it's a financial firm that helps train CEOs and be better. So it's a kind of fractional CFO, I assume. And I think it's really a very popular thing. A lot of people need a fractional CFO today, and they don't realize it. And once they get one, their business scales and grows and is very successful. So I'm excited to share a little bit more about what that does. But what I'd like to start with, Crystal, is I'll always ask my guests, tell me a little bit about Little Crystal, how you got started, and a little bit about your journey.
Oh, Little Crystal, what year are we looking at? Because I know even you said it, that changes as we get older. So what age are you looking for here?
Well, I think your story is one of total resilience. So I think sharing the fact that how you got started and how you found your own way and through perseverance.
Okay, got you. I entered foster care at the age of 4 with 20 words vocabulary. And prior to that, both my bio parents were drug addicts, and my bio dad was the trafficker. And so we got taken away by the government several times. But the final time that landed us in secure foster care was they just left us at a hotel. No food, nothing to eat. And it turns out my bio mom was in jail, and I have no idea where my bio dad went. So from there, my adoptive parents took in 3 of us, all siblings. Which is incredible. And we just navigated the world together. My adoptive parents are amazing. Like, their hearts are so big. They got us in all the therapies and, really got us to be contributing members of society. And I think from that, I just had this a fierce curiosity on life, because I didn't speak, I didn't read. And so anything that was put in front of me, I just gobbled up and just kept continuing gobbling up. So I think that's really where it all began, that I had to prove that I was worth loving and not taking back into foster care. So I just learned and really haven't stopped. So
I love that. So how did you get yourself directed into the world of accounting?
Oh, well, the world of accounting, I think that's when you get so broke, you don't have an option. At least that's how it was for me. My husband and I, we weren't married at the time, but we got pregnant in college. And so did end up back on, government assistance and all of that. And I was like, no, I'm not repeating the cycle. I do not want this life for myself. And then from there, really started budgeting every single day. And thankfully my husband's amazing and just left all the finances to me, and we got out of that cycle. So that's how I got into accounting, is I had zero desire to repeat the cycle.
And you turned that into the ability to you created the STOP method and the EPI formula. Tell us a little bit about those frameworks.
Yeah, the STOP method came about after I read Profit First, because Mike he's put together the most, I think the easiest form for a lot of business owners to learn. but it was a cash management tool. It's after you already have the wealth, what do you do with it? And so the STOP method came from it. It's a budgeting tool. How do you even grow the money to get the wealth? So it's a STOP method and then profit first, like they go hand in hand. So that's really what I found, that most business owners, we're on the one more sale will solve the problem. And it's an entrepreneur hamster wheel. So I wanted something to create a nice baseline to give us safety and financial foundation to get out of that mindset. Because when you're just trying to make payroll every 2 weeks or every month, you operate in scarcity instead of abundance. So that's where the STOP method came from. And then EPI stands for expenses plus profit equals income, because I feel like GAAP accounting really fails true entrepreneurs, because we look at our profit and loss as income minus expenses equals the profit, and we take what's left over instead of intentionally adding the profit in. So the EPI formula and EPI is for us to get intentional with profit and how we build our sales goals, instead of just 10% more, 15% more, instead of that game that we play. So that's really where those came from, for a mindset shift for us as business owners.
And I love you talk about you help turn overwhelmed CEOs into confident financial leaders. What do you see as a common element in most CEOs who are not confident financial leaders?
Oh, common element. That's a great question. I think the something shiny syndrome, or the squirrel, they have the whiplash. They try something new all the time because they haven't stuck with it long enough to see fruition come from it. And so that's really, I think, the common element, because finances it's consistent, it's discipline. And it takes a little bit longer than a lot of us CEOs want to wait. So I think that would be the common element.
That's true. Impatience is probably
Yes.
one that I would say CEOs are impatient. So when you are, for entrepreneurs out there, what are the signs they should look for from the fact that they need a little bit more financial advice?
So a little bit more financial leadership. If you are taking out loans, and I'm not saying all loans are bad, right? Because you do need sometimes those cash infusions for opportunity. But if you are continually taking out loans to make ends meet, and you're not fixing the issue, so it becomes a Band-Aid and you're not changing the root of the issue. The second one would be you can't hire. You can't give raises. You can't give bonuses. You can't take advantage of opportunities that come your way. And the words are always, I can't afford it, or maybe later, or I'm broke, or I'm not even paying myself. Those are key things that I would say you're ready for some extra financial leadership.
Yeah, I find it all the time. The last one you just said, people, they're not paying themselves. So their burnout gets topped with financial stress on a personal level as well. So I think that's something that's great. So when you are working with a CEO, how does that relationship work?
How is that relationship? I say a lot of times we're really more just a therapist in the beginning, reminding them that this is normal. Like we all go through this. What they're going through, while it's unique to them and their situation, it's absolutely normal for a business owner. I think we're fooled that running a business is easy and it's sexy, and that we always have positive cash flow, because every business goes through, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. So I think that's really what it's like, is that they're not alone in this. And then we move into the fact that they actually truly are brilliant with numbers, because they can call up things and estimates and think like in an instant. It's incredible to watch. But they don't want to focus on the minutia of a subscription of $14.99. They want to be thinking of the big picture stuff. And so it's really just teaching them how to create a snapshot that is sexy and fun to them, so that they do implement it into their business. So really that's all we're doing, is helping them show that they are brilliant. They can do it. They just need a different way.
So true. They are brilliant. They can do it. They just need to look at it differently. And sometimes I think you're right. They put their head in the sand because they want to focus on the next big sale. That next big sale is going to solve my problem, right? So I'm going to keep my mess never gets dealt with because I'm running faster and faster trying to increase revenue and forget the mess behind me, right?
Exactly right. We all love it. I'm sure you do it. I know I do it. It's fun.
Yes, it's always like bring in more revenue. That'll solve all the problems. Just bring in more revenue. So, how can people find you, Crystal?
I'm on Instagram. Love Instagram. So it's my _CFO_. I just launched a YouTube, 14 subscribers, so it's brand new baby. But yeah, that's really online, the only places, and then of course, the age-old website. But yeah.
So we actually met at a meeting with the action coach, if I remember correctly. I've known Brad for a long time. So I think it's really, important for people to understand the importance of having advice and having another set of eyes, whether it be a business coach like action coach or that financial advisor, the services you provide. We can't be experts in everything. And so if we bring somebody in that is an expert, they see things right away. I'm sure you do. You go into it, I look at a set of financials and I can spot 2 or 3 things I wanted to ask more questions about. And so it has to do with years of dealing with that and seeing other businesses. And you've probably dealt with hundreds, if not thousands of businesses in what you do. And in that record time, you learn what to spot and issues to see. So when you're looking at somebody's financial statements, is there a process you go through to determine what area you need to ask more questions about?
That's my favorite part. And just like you said, like the moment you look at something, you just have more questions. You don't really have answers yet. You want to know more and why. So yeah, we go inside their P&L and balance sheet and cash flow and whatever other worksheets they've created and just ask questions. Because like I said, every business is unique because of the owner, right? Like what they're doing, service, product, professional, whatever. That's all, the ground is all the same, but how they're running it is unique. So I do like to say that's my superpower. Like you look at a P&L, balance sheet, whatever, and you can instantly go, I'm not sure you're charging enough here. What are you doing? How did you get these numbers? So yeah, just asking lots of questions. And we do it a little bit different because we're not actual like one-to-one fractional CFOs. We have master classes where we teach you how to do it yourself. So we're empowering you to learn how to become a better CEO, to run your $1 million, 10 million, whatever you decide to do company. Because I think, and this is unrelated to your question, but I think a lot of times we use it being bad at finances as a cop-out. But you really can't run your business well if you are not a good financial leader.
And so what is your website, Crystal?
It's myonlycfo.com.
Perfect. Okay. myonlycfo.com. Love that. All right. So you're going to hang in there. We're going to do another recording for my private Facebook group, but please check Crystal out and what she's doing. And the thing is, so many people are afraid to ask a question because they don't want people to know that they don't know something. But when it comes to your finances, you could be very, very astute financially, but not understand the ins and outs of financial statements and income statements and balance sheets. And so when you bring in someone who has a seasoned pair of eyes that can identify, they usually spot something pretty fast. And I think it's important to add that level of knowledge into your ecosystem, somebody that can really help you steer clear of pitfalls and accelerate your progress because they understand the numbers and the interplay between the financial statements. And I really think as an entrepreneur, it's essential to always know your numbers. That's one of my, know your numbers, whether it's a real estate investment or a business, know your numbers, because if you don't, how can you make the right decisions for moving you forward? So a little last word of advice for entrepreneurs, Noelle?
I agree with you 100%, Sharon. I mean, I did a little excited thing that I was going to be on here, that, you've been breaking glass ceilings for us women for before I was alive. Right. And then you changed my world when I read your books. So I think that you're right. Like, you need someone who's been where you've been, done what you've done, has done way more than you've done. So you have a role model, someone who inspires you, who can show you that the world is bigger than your little bubble. And I think when you hire a business coach or a finance coach or a weightlifting coach, that's what they're doing. They're showing you that you got to get out of your bubble and out of your spiral that you put yourself in. So I agree with you.
I love that. Yeah, get out of your comfort zone. We tend to create our own little comfort zone, and we don't step out of it. And that's where new opportunities lie. That's where new expansion lies. And by bringing somebody in from the outside, they can help open those doors of opportunity for you. So, well, thank you so much, Crystal. And for all of you, check out Crystal Noell and make sure that you are doing what you need to know your numbers and accelerate your success by having the right set of eyes helping you chart your course to the next level of success. So thank you so much, Crystal. And thank you all for watching and listening to this episode of the Play Big Move podcast. Make sure you share it. Take care. Thank you for listening to this segment of the Play Big Movement podcast. Please subscribe to iTunes and leave us a review, as well as join us in other areas of social media, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Sharon Lechter, and for Facebook, author Sharon Lechter. Thank you so much and have a fabulous day.